In this video, we're going to look in depth at the Content Mapper toolbar and some advanced editing. Simply XML offers two document structures with Content Mapper. One is called Simply Structured, the other is Simply Data. In this video, we're going to focus on Simply Structured, but it's not so hard to make the leap to Simply Data, which has the same basic functionality. First, let's look at all the tabs. The Simply Structured toolbar is where you can add the hierarchy of new content to your document. You can add new levels of hierarchy. We've got 5 listed here, from publication down to section, but you can have as many as 9 with paragraph subheadings, as well as basic formatting like lists and bold. In the Word tab, you can do some basic copy-paste and find replace. We'll skip the Insert tab for now. In the References tab, you can add footnotes, citations, bibliographies, and captions. In the Review tab, you can add comments and track changes. This is covered in depth in another video if you're interested in learning more. And in the View tab, you can choose different document views. Today we're going to focus on the Insert tab. The first thing you notice is that some of the elements are grayed out. This is because my mouse is in the title. Content Mapper is smart about not allowing me to insert invalid elements, like adding a table to my document title. But when I move my mouse to a paragraph, the elements become available again. I'm going to start by adding a table to this section here called About Our Company. I can choose to create a blank table, and I simply determine the size and click OK. But instead, I'm going to choose one from a list of favorites. Table templates can be added to a repository for everyone to access, or can be added to my computer as my own favorites. To fill in a table, just type and click Tab to go through the cells. It's easy to add new rows and columns as you go along. Next, I'll add a fragment. A fragment is a reusable piece of content. It could be a short paragraph or an entire section. Fragments are editable and make it easy for an author to quickly add commonly used content. You can also add pictures or graphs and charts from Excel. You can add any format supported by Microsoft Word. Now I'm going to scroll to the bottom of my document to the Contact Us section, and I'm going to add some hyperlinks. In addition to the Word hyperlinks, you can link to other documents or specific components within another document. For now, I'm just going to add some basic hyperlinks. Content Mapper uses the same hyperlink functionality found in Word. You can add links to an existing file or web page, a different place in this document, a new document, or to an email address. First, I'll start by adding a URL. I just type the address and click OK. Next, I'll add an email address and click OK. And now I'll add a bookmark. This is as easy as placing your cursor where you want to add the bookmark and clicking the bookmark icon. I'm going to scroll now to the top of the document and add a cross-reference that points to the Contact Us section. I click on that icon here, and I can choose to link to a bookmark I've created, any heading in the document, or any other type of content. I'll go ahead and link to the Contact Us section, and Content Mapper fills in the name of the section for me and creates a link. Another cool feature of Content Mapper is the ability to add components. Components are reusable pieces of content from other documents. You can search or browse your repository or look at recent content. When you find the document you want, scroll through the preview pane to select the specific component you want to add. Once you've selected the content, there are 2 ways to insert it. You can add it as a reference, which means the content you insert will always reference back to the original content. You can't edit it here. And if when the source gets edited or updated, your content will update automatically whenever you open up the topic again. Another way to add content is as a copy. This breaks the link with the source content, and you can edit it in your document. If or when the original content gets updated or changed, it won't carry through to your document. I'm going to add this as a reference, and now my toolbar is grayed out because it's locked for editing. Now I'll add a caption to my chart. Content Mapper keeps track of the images in the document and will automatically update the numbering system as you go through the document. Another great feature of Content Mapper is the ability to add variables. A variable serves as a placeholder for information that may change frequently. Once you insert variables into your source documents, you can make the change in a single location rather than searching and replacing all instances of the item. For example, publication or release dates, product names, or versions. Also, you can use it to produce documentation sets for different brands or different customers using the same source files. Here, I'll add the name of a new product where we haven't decided on the final name yet. I'll go to Manage Variables and type in what it is and what I want it to display as and add it to my list. Now, whenever I want to put in the product name, I simply choose it from the drop-down list. Then at any time, I can update the variable and make all the references to that name update at the same time. To update, click Manage and update the value with the new text. Click Yes to update. You can click Update to update all references or Validate to validate them all. We've also included the ability to add equations using the MathML editor. When you add an equation, a contextual tab appears for more editing. And finally, you can add any of the word symbols by placing your cursor where you want it, choosing the symbol, and clicking Insert. Content Mapper is incredibly easy to use, incredibly flexible, and really robust.